So first of all, it's a one-button operation to activate the adaptive equipment.
Okay.
In other words, the power door, the kneeling device, and the ramp. You press one button, and all that happens. Press a button, it all goes back closed. Now, there's several places you can do that. One of them, the top one by your right knee, the one that says Rolex on it.
Okay.
The one that says Rolex.
Yeah, can you see it?
Yep, I see it.
There's another one over there, just like it.
What it do?
Another Rolex. All
Yep.
right.
And in a minute, I'll show you one under the rear hatch too. But
Oh, okay.
those two, and again, it's one firm press and let go.
Okay.
And when you want to close it, one firm press and let go. And you can do it, you can open it with one, close it with another, doesn't matter. They all do the same thing. In addition to that, there's also a Rolex button, a remote. Does the same thing.
Okay.
So again, if this is what's handy, use this one or use that one. Doesn't matter which one you use.
Okay.
Okay?
Perfect.
Then the next one. There's the lower of the two, the little one with the plus and the, or the line and the zero.
Yes.
If ever you want to shut the kneeling off, in other
What's
words,
the kneeling?
it kneels down.
This?
Yeah.
Well, it's on that side, but
Okay.
it
Oh,
kneels
and that
down
Comes down. Yeah.
Okay.
to make the slope easier to get in up and
Yep.
down the ramp.
Okay.
Now, it's going to be very rare that you're ever going to want to shut that off, but you have the ability to if you want to. I've done it in 2 cases in 22 years. One, a real high curb.
Okay.
When you see it, when I open it, a normal curb, you want it to kneel. But occasionally there'll be a real high curb. The other instance I had, it was the road was crowned so heavily, if I would have knelt it just would have dug right into the grass.
Oh wow.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
So it's very rare.
That
Very
makes sense.
rare. We just want you to know the ability is there to do it.
So that button,
The little one of the two on
so
the below
it's
there.
already set to where it needs to be.
Yes.
But if
that's
we
correct.
turned it down, that would be in the case of a curb.
Yes.
Or
No, I don't mean a curb, just a real high curb.
a real high one. Okay.
You may never run into that. We just want you to know you can do it.
Okay.
Okay? Next, there's one right here. It says reset.
Reset. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Okay? It's kind of like rebooting your computer. If ever anything was out of sequence, you press that 6 seconds, now it's all back in order again.
Oh wow.
6 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. And again, that's not something you're going to use often, but if it ever gets out of sequence, and I'll tell you in a minute how that could happen,
Okay.
you press that 6 seconds, it's all back in order. Okay?
Perfect.
Then there's one on the overhead up here.
Yeah.
Look, this one right here.
Okay.
Okay?
That.
It on off.
It's in the center towards the front.
This right here. This one.
Oh, okay. The one that says off in the middle.
Yeah.
Now, what that does, it's from Chrysler, and it cuts the power to the doors so kids can't play with them.
Okay.
That's good.
It's good for Jonathan.
That's good. But if that gets turned off, your Rolex button isn't going to work because the power to the doors is gone. So if ever you press your button to do this and it doesn't do what it's supposed to, first thing to check, make sure that didn't get turned off.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the first logical thing that'll happen. Okay?
You were on, but it went off now.
Okay, well, we'll know in a second. As soon as we press the button,
Okay.
if it opens, it's where it needs to be.
Okay.
Okay, while we're here, a couple things to show you. It's important to keep this area on both sides free of debris. Dust is not a problem. There's drain holes for water. But make sure you don't accumulate sticks and leaves and things in there,
Oh, okay.
because it will affect the operation of the door.
Okay.
So, and it looks the same on the other side too, but
Okay.
it's just this area here because it
Yeah.
does, it would affect the operation of the door. Okay? Parallel parking by a curb. No problem. But I know when I was learning to drive, I was taught you park 6 inches from a curb. With these, you need to leave 10 to 12
Features.
Oh, okay.
from your tire to the curb.
Okay.
And there's a reason for that. This is what we've added to the bottom of the door because of the drop floor. And if you park too close to the curb, you're liable to scratch that.
Stupid. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If
Okay.
you allow 10 to 12, there's plenty of room and you don't have to worry about it. Okay? All right. Are you doing it sound too?
Yes.
Great. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I just want to make sure you get this information.
Oh
'cause we-
yeah.
Okay.
Definitely want all of the information.
Okay. Now, car washes. Okay. All of them where the equipment goes around the vehicle or back and forth. In other words, where you just stay in the vehicle. Those are all fine.
Okay.
The ones you have to be kind of careful of are the ones where you drive in and there's rollers behind the tires and it brings it to all the different stages.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Are you from this area?
No.
Okay. All right. The majority of them are the kind that I was saying before. Holiday, Quick Trip, almost all of them use equipment that you drive in, sit in one place,
Yeah.
goes around the vehicle or back and forth. Those are all fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
The gas station wash. Yeah.
Yep. The only reason the other type can be an issue is they all have pipes to guide the tires so it can't get off track. Well, these stick out more than the tires. So again, there's a risk of scratching them for that other kind. But if it's ones where the equipment goes around, you don't have to worry about it. Don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
Not a problem. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to open it up and show you a couple more things here. One firm press. The beep just means it lets you know it got the message. Oh, yep. See, that's turned off.
Okay, so it was turned off
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
so it didn't do nothing. Now we push that off button.
Yep.
Now we'll do it
one
again.
firm press. Press the wrong one. And so,
There it goes.
yeah. It's just that little center button. Maybe I pressed the one above it, but believe me, it works fine. It's just,
Yeah.
you may or may not ever use that.
Look at this.
Yeah. Okay.
It
so
comes out,
That's the only side that the thing comes out on.
Yes.
Huh? Okay.
and I can put it back in, and you can take another picture of it if you like.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go on the other side and watch it come out then.
All right. Just because it's handy, I'll use the same button. We could use any of the buttons, though.
Okay.
One firm press, takes a couple seconds. The honk means it got the message. It lets you know. Bring out of the kneeling position. As soon as the ramp's out of the way, door closes.
Close.
So I'll run it again so you can get a picture.
Sure.
All right, so we'll do it one more time. One firm press and let go. Didn't press it hard enough. Now you don't want to hold it, because if you hold it, it would get the message to open, to close, to open, to close.
Oh, wow.
So it's one
One
firm
time.
press.
Yes. Okay.
And you may have noticed it comes out
Yep.
and then down.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, if you're by a curb, it'll go over a normal curb. All these curbs, any normal curb, it'll just go right over it. The only ones that I talked about is if you have a real high curb,
Okay.
that's where you'd have to shut it off. Okay,
Yep.
good so far?
Good
Yeah.
so far.
Okay, all right.
You taking it back to the seats?
Pardon me?
You taking it in to take the seats out?
Yes, I'll bring it inside because
Okay.
they're very heavy rather than carry them in.
Okay.
When you're doing the paperwork, I'll go in and we'll unload them.
Sure. You got the paperwork?
Not yet.
Okay,
Is there more training?
a little bit.
Yeah.
Not too much. A little bit. I'm gonna go back over here where we started.
Oh, this. It was in the middle. Wow.
Okay. So the other training I'm going to talk about over here is there's backup systems. Anytime you have anything mechanical or electronic, you need backup systems. We don't ever want anyone to be stuck in here. First backup system. The little I don't know if you can get a picture back. It's a little black button.
Yes. Those little.
Might be kind of hard to get at because it's
The
dark
out
in
and in, or the one below it?
this one right here.
Okay, I see it.
Okay. All it does is run the ramp.
Oh,
It,
okay.
it
That's the backup
bypasses
one.
all the electronics, and all it does is take the power and run the ramp. Now this is just a backup. This is something.
Just the backup. Okay.
Oh, it's right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't do the kneeling. It doesn't do the door. If you had a problem with the electronics, you could still have electric. You could still run the ramp in and out.
Okay.
All right. Then everything from Rolex can be done manually. If 5 years, 10 years from now, the battery were dead, you can do everything that I showed you manually. In the case of the doors, even though they're power, use the handle from inside or out, and you can open and close the doors.
Okay.
Okay.
This is if the battery were completely dead. You can open and close them. Okay? Then, there's a little plug here. This will be in your glove box.
Yeah, this.
Now, keep in mind, a lot of this stuff you're going to go for months or years and may never use.
Right.
We just want you to know the ability is there to get somebody out in case you didn't have power.
Okay.
Sure.
All right, so this will be in the glove box. You put it on that, take the little plug out, turn it half a turn. It disconnects the power to the ramp. Now you can slide it in and out by hand.
That?
The ramp.
Wow.
Oh, so that'll disconnect the power.
Yeah,
and
when
you
you
can do
open
it
it
manually.
See the slot on the end of the ramp down there? That's
Yeah.
so you can get a hold of it.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See here now.
And this is in your manual, even with pictures too, by the way.
This one, Christy.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. So what you do is you put it on this little. You turn a half a turn, and now you can slide the ramp in and out if you ever had to.
Okay.
So this will be in your glove box.
Okay.
Glove box. Okay.
And again, your owner's manual from Rolex will also have pictures of this.
Okay.
Not just words, there'll be pictures. Exactly.
At least you can
perfect.
read and know. Yeah.
Yep. We just want to tell you so you know you have that ability if you ever get in that situation.
Right. Okay.
Okay? Fuses. Got a
Fuse.
couple extra fuses.
Yep.
Fuses typically last almost forever. Rarely do you need to change fuses, but we give you some extra fuses just in case. So if ever you have need for a fuse, you don't have to go looking or figure out what kind. So these are the ones. The little black and tan one, all they fuse is the little remotes here. And they're not easy to get at, but almost never will you have to. You may go for, well, 95% of the time when a van gets traded in 5 years, they've never even opened this because they don't need to. But we just give them to you to have them in case.
Yeah.
Sure.
The orange one is the primary one for all the Rolex equipment, and it is easy to get at. It's under the hood right by the battery. It says Rolex conversion. And that's what this orange one is for. Both this will be in your glove box as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay?
Sure.
So I mean, you're welcome to take a picture, but it's something you'll likely never use,
Okay.
frankly. Okay?
Just have to take it. Yep.
All right. We also recommend that if you're going to go for many days or weeks without using it, that you run it once in a while.
Okay.
We have to do that with ease. When you're not operating the ramp, the power, it's negligible. It's kind of like a clock. But eventually, if you never drove it, I mean, not never, but I mean, if you went for weeks, and especially in the wintertime, the battery wears down a little.
Okay.
So we're saying you should just, if it's, no, I don't mean if it's a couple days. I mean if it's going to be many days or weeks.
Or week, yeah.
Then we say just run it once in a while,
Yeah,
just
just
for,
run it.
5 minutes or 10
So
minutes.
probably once a week it should be ran to be safe then.
Yeah, to be safe in the winter.
In the winter,
in the
okay.
winter,
No.
not summertime.
But yeah, if it's only going to be used once a week, yeah, run it for 5-10 minutes, and that's all, just to keep it good and charged up.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're going to go around the back. Not much to show you there, but just to tell you,
Yeah.
here's the other button. Remember what I talked about? You can do it from back here.
Mm-hmm.
This one, this is like the ones that say Rolex, only it doesn't. It's just a small one.
Okay.
This one is covered by a plastic box, and the reason that is, it's in an area that can get bumped.
Yeah.
You're loading groceries or something in here. We didn't want this to be able to where it gets bumped, so here, that won't get bumped.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you want to use it, just
You
press
lift
the
it.
button.
Okay.
So, up there, here, and the remote all do the same thing.
Okay.
All right? Little tiny piece of information. You will never need to get at this, but all the Rolex equipment all the electronics are right in that little box.
Okay. Oh, wow.
We just covered up with this to make it look a little more finished and nice.
Mm-hmm.
This, by the way, is yours too.
Yeah.
And somebody may want this. This is what was in it from the factory.
Okay.
But we have to take it out because of what we do to the floor.
Right.
But we're guessing that somebody may want it. Somebody may want to put it in their own minivan or their car.
Guess that's another
Yeah.
thing I'll have to call for.
No, let's stay there.
Yeah, and it's not heavy and it's easy to dispose of.
Oh, okay.
In other words, if you get back and they say, we don't want that, nobody in the company wants it, throw it away.
They can throw
Okay.
it, yeah.
Okay.
But it's here because it belongs to you as the owner.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's the only
Thank you.
reason it's here.
Yeah.
Okay?
With the carpet from inside.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the floor mats too.
Yeah.
Because of what we've done to the floor, they may or may not be useful.
Yeah.
But somebody will probably want them for their own vehicle or
Sure.
whatever. Okay, now we're going to continue on over to here. I'm going to put these in the glove box.
Mm-hmm. Diffuse.
Do you ever plan to take this front seat out?
No.
No, it should
Okay,
probably
it comes
stay.
out.
Okay.
But if you really don't plan to, let's leave well enough alone, because if you decide to, your owner's manual will tell you how to do it.
Okay.
But if you typically aren't going to, there's no point in giving you so
They
much
will use it.
information that you don't really
Yeah.
need.
They will
I'm
use
guessing
it, so-
it'll stay.
Yeah.
We
it will
have
stay.
people that
We got
walk.
people that can sit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's just leave it alone then. I just suffice it to say,
They go back and front. Yep.
there's a couple things to unplug, and there's a red handle, and it comes out and it's on 4 wheels.
Oh. Oh, cool.
So if you ever want to take it out, you can. And the directions are, again, in your manual, not only in words, but in pictures.
Okay.
So if somebody says, hey, let's take that out, look at the manual and you'll be able to do it real easy.
Sure. Okay.
So again, we're just letting you know that you can be, rather than spending time if you don't really plan on it.
Figuring it out. Right.
Okay?
Okay. So
Then,
what's in the box?
the tie downs for securing the chair.
Oh, okay.
And that's
chair.
the next most important thing for me to show you.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of the best way to do it. They go in these aluminum strips that you see.
Mm-hmm.
There's more strips up here.
What are strips they're talking about?
Oh, yeah. I see them.
This one.
So I'm going to go around, you look from here, and I'm going to go on the other side, and I'll demonstrate how they work.
Sure.
Yeah. Let's
There's
do it.
4 of them, and ideally you should have one at each corner of the chair.
Okay.
Now, what they do is they secure the chair so it can't roll around or
move,
yes, and that's important, very important. So you can look from here, but I'm going to go around the other side because I'll be able to show you, and you can take pictures from here.
Sure.
Okay.
Look, you come here. You say you should stay here.
Yeah,
Oh, you want me to video from this side and
Yeah,
then? Okay.
he on our side to
Yeah, I
show
think
you
you're
how
going to
you
get a
do
better
it.
shot.
Oh, maybe I
from
shouldn't
here.
step on that.
No, you can step on it.
You
Huh?
think so?
Yeah. Why not? Ain't going to move.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll get in and I'll show you how these things work. There are 4 of them, and you got the good ones, and I mean that because there are some ones that are much harder to use. These are the good ones.
Wow.
So I'll see if I can just make it easier to see. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put these down in these slots,
Okay.
back first, and then slide it and it'll lock in place. When I want to take it out, I just pull up on this and take it out. So let me just show you.
Oh, it knocked in.
Can we leave it in there, or does it have to come out every time?
You can, no, you can definitely leave them.
Let's leave them.
But you can put them in different places. Is there
Oh,
times
wow.
you're going to have more than one wheelchair in here?
No,
We just
only
have one person in a wheelchair
Okay.
right now, but
Only
I
one.
mean,
Yeah. All right,
if
well,
we
I'm
went
still
to
going to...
another house.
I'll pull it out here. If you pull it out and go forward, well, first of all, while it's in there, you just hook it on either the frame or loops on the chair. Self-tighten. Self-tighten.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
You want to release it? There's a little red knob here.
You doing it?
Yep.
Now I'll take it out and I'll put it in again. That's the little red knob. So again, you line up these in the holes here. Put one kind of down here. Clicks into place. You can turn it. You can slip it out of the way. And when you want to take it out, you pull up on this oval, slide it half a notch, comes out.
Okay.
That's how they work.
The only thing I really didn't get was because I heard it snap in.
Yes.
So can you let me
Yes.
see how it happened because
Would it be helpful for you to do it over here if you want to?
yeah.
Just because there's a little room to get at it. And then you give it a try.
Okay.
Here, I'll get out of your way.
Go like this.
Yes. And slide there.
Just
That's how it
slide.
comes out.
Okay. So now
Oh,
What's that?
you
Moving?
you backed into the button.
Oh, there's
It's
a
going to
button.
close and we'll open it again.
Okay.
Yeah, she just backed into the button. Okay, back into it again. No,
Yeah.
you'll press it once behind you. Then it'll open up. Once firmly and let go. You have to press it fairly hard. There. Hear the clicking and got the message.
Yeah.
So we just got to be careful not to do
Yeah.
that when we're
Yeah.
buckling somebody
Now, see
in.
if you can get how it goes in.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying.
The back part of it first.
That's how really you learn.
Back. Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Okay. Okay.
Then you pull up on that oval to take it out.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll put another one right here. They're kind of stiff when they're new. They're brand new. Again, like that,
Yep.
you're in.
All right.
Pull that, and you want
I
to take
see
it out.
It's easy. Yep.
Yes,
Take it
it
out
is.
like this. Yep.
And
Yeah.
so the 2 of them need to be in there if there's 2 people in here. It only needs 1 if there's 1
It
person.
depends.
You want all 4, even if there's one.
Yeah.
All 4. Okay.
Yep, 1 at each corner. So,
2 in the front, 2 in the back.
Okay.
exactly right. Exactly right. One more thing to show you.
The belt.
We're almost done now.
Yep. We're learning.
Goes in the floor just kind of like those.
Oh.
Here's what it is. Person
What
in the
is it,
chair
yeah?
can have a shoulder, lap belt, whole thing right from here. The person in the wheelchair.
You check
Oh, okay.
in?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, got it.
Okay.
So that's what this is for. We'll just leave that. You can leave it in there if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah, let's.
Now, just so you know, in the state of Minnesota and most states, I think, every person has to have a shoulder and lap belt on, even if somebody in a wheelchair.
Okay.
And if you don't, the one that gets the ticket,
Ticket.
the driver.
click it or ticket.
not the person, the driver.
Right.
So just so you know, you should use them, but it's easy to use, and you can use it with that side or this side, doesn't matter what.
Yeah.
Just put it around them, and they can have a lap belt and shoulder belt right in their chair. Yep, it's that easy. Okay. While you're looking, another thing I'll let you take a quick picture of
Sure.
is seatbelt. The driver always needs to use this one.
Okay.
There's a reason that that's there.
Okay.
This is the one the driver uses.
Okay.
And if you use that one, it'll keep chiming and think you don't have your seatbelt
That's
on.
on.
Okay.
Oh.
So what this is for is, if you ever remove that seat, that goes with it, then this is for if a wheelchair were to sit there, they could plug into that.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's there.
Okay.
Gotcha.
If you never remove the front seat, you'll never need this.
Okay.
But the key is make sure the driver uses this one,
Gotcha.
Sure.
because otherwise, I say it'll think you don't have your seatbelt
Yeah,
on.
because when the wheelchair here, you can just take this.
Yes,
put it
yes,
in
it'll
here.
go right into
Yeah.
here.
Nice.
Perfect, perfect.
Thank you. We got a clear understanding.
Okay, all right.
And the thing about the van, Christy, look here, it got
Okay,
this.
should I shut the video off then? Are we done
Um,
with all the trainings?
Hold
or-
on. You see,
Yes.
it still got this thing here for the wheelchair. The one in the back. If they move the seat.
Yeah, well,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I'll
It's down here.
quickly explain
Yep,
that.
I see it on there. Yep.
If the person's going to sit in back, you use the strips, that one and that one.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What the one you saw under there is for is,
For the front seat.
if you ever take that out,
Yeah.
you also need to use two back here and two up there.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you're not going to take that out, you won't ever use that.
Right.
Yeah.
And in fact, you'll see there's a strip underneath here too.
Oh.
And the only reason it's there is that would be too far away for the front. That would be too close. So there's another little strip right in here.
Okay.
And that's only made for somebody's going to be in the wheelchair in the front seat.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Yep.
Then, the last thing, not really to show you, but just to tell you, there's a couple things that should be done to keep it all working smoothly. Should be done about once a year. And it's explained fully in your owner's manual. And the owners or whoever will look at it. It's 2 little dabs of grease and a little on that hinge that's under there. I'll be taking that out, but that little flap down here is hinged. So a little bit of lubricant on that hinge and 2 little dabs of grease.
You can just use any lubricant on it.
Pardon me?
You can use any grease on it.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And the time to do it is when you're having an oil change.
Yeah.
Not every oil change, but once a year.
Okay.
And there's a reason for that. Our customers tell us over and over again, if they do this when they're having an oil change, they don't get charged for it. All it is 2 little dabs of grease and a little lubricant on that hinge, and that's it. If they go in separately and they have to put it up on their hoist and everything, then there's likely to be a charge. But if you do it when you're already having an oil change, no charge.
Okay.
We're told that time after time after time. So that's a good time to do it.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm going to close it up, or let you close it up. Get
Yeah.
kind of comfortable, familiar with it.
Was there one over here? Or no?
There's one right here.
Right there.
There's one by your knee if you're in the driver's seat. There's the remote, or one back here.
The one in the back. Which
Oh,
one?
Well,
you
let's
this
do
all
the one
over
in the
the
back.
boat. Okay.
I haven't seen the one in the back do it yet.
Okay.
So
The
Just
one in the
flip
back.
that little
thing
Yep, and then press that one firmly and let go. There you go.
and move.
oh yeah, it's gonna close everything.
Yep. I'm just going out of the kneeling position. It won't close that.
Oh, it won't close.
Well, I mean,
that.
this has a power hatch release, but
Right there.
it's not
Oh.
part of the adaptive.
Oh, okay, well that's good to know. So that to close that, we gotta do that over there.
That's from the factory. That isn't anything that we did.
Gotcha.
That's locked. Okay.
But as you can see now, it's all closed up.
Yes.